Here comes Scotty Flamingo leading the way. He has the unified belt in hand. And Scotty, do you have him here or not?
Let me tell you something, Dave Brown. I've got something to say to you and all my fans out there. I've been living a bit of a lie lately. For the last couple of years, in fact. You know, I told all these people my name was Scotty Flamingo, and actually it isn't. You see, I'm from a very wealthy family, and my parents, you know, sent me to the finest schools, the finest military academies as a child. When I was 16, they bought me a Corvette for my birthday, brand new. They sent me to Harvard University to get my education, and they wanted me to go to law school. But I said no. I want to be a professional wrestler. So they said, well, what we'll do then is we'll buy you your own wrestling company, and we'll let you be the big star. But I said, no, I want to do this on my own. I want to prove to myself that I can stand on my own 2 feet and do it all by myself without cheating, without their money, without breaking rules or anything like that. I was going to prove to everyone that I could do it all by myself. After the event Monday night, I feel I have accomplished that. Without cheating, without doing any of that sort of nonsense, I was able to accomplish my goals. You see, Monday night, well, actually, 2 weeks ago, Sensational Sherry, the beautiful, sweet, fragile lady that she is, was out here. And then Monday night, 2 Monday nights ago, Jerry the King Lawler took her and pile drove her. And he tried to snap her neck. And he's a degenerate. I mean, what kind of man would do that, Dave Brown? He's just a degenerate. So she hired Papa Shango to come out and exact retribution. But she wanted to stack the deck. So what she did was, she hired Scotty Flamingo to come out and manage him. And what I did was, I managed him to a victory, to the world heavyweight title. And now I'm ready to announce to all my true name. My true birth name is Johnny Polo of the Palm Beach Polos. And now...
Do you have Papa Shango here or not?
I got Papa Shango.
Bring him out.
And here he comes. Nah! Look at him. Look at him.
There he is, Papa Shango.
Look at him.
Jerry, the King Lawler. It seems that you are no longer the king. You see, Jerry Lawler, I, Papa Shango, took you down. 1, 2, 3. It was a very easy task. Ha ha! But you know, Jerry, I'm a very busy man. I have bookings all over this world. I have to wrestle everyone in the WWF. But it seems that you have not had enough. It seems that you want your title back. Number one, it is not your title anymore. It is Papa Shango's. I have better things to do than to come down to stinking Memphis, Tennessee to face you. But the WWF tells me that I have to come back for you. So I will, Jerry Lawler. And you see, under the thunderclouds of any dark night, we will meet at the crossroads. And it will be at that time that we will see who the real champion is. You see, Jerry Lawler, once I enter your mind, I control your body. Beware, Jerry Lawler. Beware of the power of voodoo. Beware, Jerry Lawler. Beware of the power of Papa Shango.
Papa Shango with Scotty Flamingo. He'll be going against Lawler with a unified world title at stake. No match, but coming into the area right now, the brand new USWA Unified World Champion, Papa Shango, will be headed this way in just moments. There's Scotty Flamingo leading the way. And so far, no sign of Papa Shango. Where is he, Scotty?
He's coming. Johnny Polo here with the world title. In just a moment, we're going to see Papa Shango destroy this fool in the ring.
There he is, Papa Shango right there, headed for the ring. He steps up on the ring apron. His opponent standing there waiting. Again, it's a non-title match. This guy's huge. He steps over the top rope.
Look at him. Look at him.
Jerry Lynn.
Jerry Lynn's a coward. You see him jump out the ring? I'm begging Jerry Lynn to get in the ring.
He'll get in the ring. He's going to be going against Papa Shango as Shango hangs that smoking skull over one of the ring posts. Then removes the cape and the other paraphernalia. Paul Neighbors, the referee, calls for the bell, and we are underway. Again, it's a non-title match. Shango, the holder of the unified belt. He won it from Jerry Lawler. Jerry Lynn's head goes smashing into the turnbuckle. Shango follows up with a right hand. Referee Paul Neighbors trying to count him back. Across the ring, Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn comes up punching with a right hand. That doesn't do him any good. Shango just drives him back down to the mat. Shango stands about 6'6". He's huge. Oh, my goodness. Jerry Lynn already has had a long, long day. Papa Shango has him over the shoulder, drops him down in the center of the ring. Shango with a big boot across the back. He's awesome, there's no doubt about it. Most of you fans know him. You've seen him in the WWF. Maybe you saw him in that championship match against the King in which he won the unified belt. Shango slides a foot, his right boot, off the forehead of Jerry Lynn. Shango choking him with the top rope. Scotty Flamingo over on the left of the screen here. He's holding the unified belt while Shango has this match here today.
Dave Brown, I'm begging you to find an opponent. Look at him. He's just destroying him. He destroyed the King Monday night, took the world title, destroying this guy. There isn't a man in the USWA that can stop Papa Shango.
Well, that's the word from Scotty Flamingo out here in some kind of riding gear claiming to be.
Flamingo, that's Johnny Polo. Johnny Polo.
Johnny Polo. Yeah, Scotty Flamingo as we know him. There's a count of 3. This one's all over. And Papa Shango has just defeated young Jerry Lynn. He adds a little insult to injury as he steps over, heads back to the corner to collect the gear of Papa Shango. That skull's still smoking. Now he walks around with a little celebration. Walks over to his defeated opponent. Goes through a little ritual. As he walks away, he stepped on his head one more time. Papa Shango. He's the unified world title holder. We'll be back with more from the USWA. There he is, the King, without the unified belt today, though, King.
Yes, Dave, and first thing I got to admit is it's not a very good feeling to stand out here without that title. I think everybody is familiar with the fact that for years, my main goal was to try to show the wrestling world that I felt like there should only be one recognized world champion. My goal started in 1988 when I won the AWA World Championship from Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. And then I issued the challenge to all the other champions. And as everybody knows, only one of them accepted, Kerry Von Erich. And I was able to win the world-class title along with the AWA title. That's where the unified title came about. Since that time, I have defended the title against wrestlers from other organizations. Wrestlers from the WCW, from the WWF have come in here, as well as all the challengers from the USWA. And I knew in the back of my mind that the most important goal was to not let the USWA title fall into the hands of somebody that was wrestling mainly for one of the other organizations, because then our company, and I feel like this as our organization right here in Memphis and in the southeast region, I feel like the USWA is, you know, it's our organization. That was our title, and these other guys I've always looked at as being outsiders coming in trying to take what is ours. And that's what, you know, it always gave me that little bit of extra, you know, when times really got tough, to reach back and get that something extra, to hang on to that belt for the fans here, for our organization. And now, as I said, it's not a very good feeling to have to come out here and face the fact that after last week, the USWA Unified World Heavyweight Championship is now in the hands of Papa Shango and, more importantly, a wrestler from the World Wrestling Federation. And in the contract, fortunately, there was a return clause. Had he lost, he would have gotten one more return match, one more shot at the title. But fortunately, even though I lost, I got one more shot at the title. Now, I'm certain that if I don't make good on my title shot right now, Papa Shango will be more than happy to head right back to the WWF and take that title belt with him. And as far as our chances, or mine, or Jeff's, or anybody's, Coco's, or anybody here in the USWA of getting another title shot, I'm sure will be slim and none. So let me tell you something, Papa Shango. You know, I've always prided myself on being a man that wouldn't hesitate when it came to getting things real hot down there at the Coliseum. And I found out last week that Papa Shango may be impervious to fire. It may not affect him like it does everybody else. And I also found out that Papa Shango and that skull of his had a few surprises. Well, Papa Shango, I think that I know all your surprises now. I think I know what to expect out of you now, Papa Shango. Yeah, you're about 6'6", you weigh over 300 pounds, and you're a big, fierce man. But I'm going to tell you something. You may be bigger than me, you may weigh more than me, you may be taller than me, but you are not bigger than me and all of these wrestling fans of the USWA put together. You do not weigh more than me and all of these wrestling fans put together. And Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum, Papa Shango, you are not going to be just facing Jerry the King Lawler. You are going to be facing me and all of these wrestling fans out here. And I think that together, Papa Shango, we got your number. So bring yourself, bring your smoking skull, bring all of your voodoo, because you're going to need it all when you go against me and all of Memphis, Tennessee, right here at the Coliseum Monday night. I want my belt back, and with all the help of these people, I'm going to take it back Monday. So be there, Papa.
The King's got the rematch coming up this week. Jeff Jarrett is somewhere. Brian Christopher shows up. Take a look.
Comes off. Steve Dawes trips him as he comes off the rope. Rex King comes off. Oh, yeah! King thought he may have had Jarrett, but Billy Travis tripped up Rex King. Jeff Jarrett got King covered. Here comes Brian Christopher with a chain. Second time he's interfered in a tag team bout. He covers Jeff Jarrett, goes over and gets Paul Neighbors. Paul, oh boy, only counts two, and Jeff Jarrett kicks out at two. Thought they had Jeff that time. I thought they had him. Oh, here comes Christopher in. He doesn't like the fact that Travis kicked out after he interfered. So did Jeff Jarrett, so he gets in and jumps on Jeff with the chain. King and Dawes double teaming Billy Travis. They both come off. Oh, look at that! Travis gets out of the way, grabs Brian Christopher. Jeff Jarrett! Oh, boy! Winston Mills, Christopher. Christopher got out of the way, and he nailed Billy Travis. Here comes Simply Divine, Rex King and Steve Dawes. They come in, and now Jeff Jarrett, all on Jarrett.
Is he only at advice I heard from Scotty Flamingo. Easier said than done, Master of Terror. Right in the center of the ring, Jerry Lawler accepts the test of strength and then grabs that arm, puts a twist on it, back to the corner, tags Billy Travis. Travis takes over against Master of Terror. Oh, reversal by Terror. Puts him into the rope. Nice move by Master of Terror. You got to give him that. He drops down across the forehead of Billy Travis. Travis off the rope. Takes a boot up high in the chest. Tag made by Master of Terror. Here comes J.C. Ice from PG-13. He gets caught with a right hand by Billy Travis. And another, and another. Billy Travis has him back in the corner. Look out, Master of Terror jumps in. Here's Lawler. Everybody's in the ring. We got a free-for-all going on. Now about half of them down on the floor. Lawler, Flamingo in the ring. Christopher being chased by one of the young stallions. Across the way, Billy Travis and the Master of Terror. Steve Marino, J.C. Ice going at it. They're all over the place, fans. In the ring, there's Marino and Lawler. Well, you see what I mean about the difficulty in keeping it straight. Look out, here comes Papa Shango. Lawler being held by Flamingo. Shango jumps in. Look out, Lawler jumps out of the way. And Shango hits Johnny Flamingo with a fire. Count it 1, 2, 3. Lawler gets the victory for his team. Shango hit the wrong guy. We'll be
They've been acting up there, but have you heard that Prentice is now managing Papa Shango and all that sort of the WWF commercial he was doing here?
That's the reason why I want to come out here to get the record set, straight here, because this Bert Prentice, he's not managing Papa Shango. Can you believe that?
No, I sort of suspect
in
that.
The WWF, you see, Dave, I wrestled in the WWF.
Indeed.
And you see, I see Vince McMahon, I see the president, Jack Tunney, and his name doesn't even exist in the WWF.
Okay.
And he's saying that he's managing Papa Shango. I'm telling you, and he's saying that he can get guys in WrestleMania, SummerSlam. He can't get nobody in the WWF. If he could, he would be in the WWF himself. He would be right in WWF himself.
Yeah, well, I think you're right. I think there's no doubt about it.
He's a con man. That's all he is.
Here he comes right here, and I guess...
Number one, these are all my fans, and you're not going to come out and lie to them on national television. I do manage Papa Shango, and you better be able to back up what your big mouth is saying, punk.
Good well you don't manage in Papa Shango. What's wrong with you, you big goof? You know you don't manage in Papa Shango. Nobody knows you in WWF.
Should we embarrass this idiot right now?
I guess he hasn't done it enough. Yeah, let's do it anyway.
I figured you'd be dumb enough to try to come out here and challenge me. You want some proof? Hey, Rick, come on out here.
Come on, buddy.
Let's show this idiot some proof. I shouldn't have to prove myself to nobody. But these people know I've never told a lie in my life. There is my proof.
Hey, why don't you put this in your pipe and smoke it, boy? Well, I tell you what.
That's a unified belt.
If you manage the Papa Shango, he's a goof anyway. And if you're going to manage these guys, they're a goof too, because you're nothing but a con artist. You understand that? You're a con man.
No. Apologize to the people. You got out here and told them a lie. He's a liar. You are a liar. You lied to the people. Admit you lied.
And you know what you're going to do to these boys here? You're cutting them out of their money. You're going to take nothing but 40% out of their money.
Who do you think you are?
Right? You're going to take...
Who do you think you are?
Oh, Coco, no, Bert Prentice, but King and Doll simply defy jump on Coco.
It's 2 against 1, 3 against 1 with Prentice out here.
Now it's about 2.5 against 1, Captain Prentice. Prentice and King and Doll all jumping on Coco Ware.
They got him up in the
Get
ring.
him out of there.
They will not do this to me.
Get him out of there, Bert. They jump on referee T.D. Still.
Yeah, T.D. was out there, and they jumped
him.
him.
That's what they did.
Oh, they got it wrapped around Coco's throat. Coco needs some help. I don't know if those monitors are fixed. Is Guy Coffey over here?
Oh, boy. Rex King has got the belt wrapped around Coco's neck. Choking Coco with it was Steve Dahl puts pressure. Oh, man. Hey, come on, Bert.
Yeah, there
Get
comes.
him out of here, Bert.
Thank you, Guy.
Coco, beware, you're not going to have to worry about a WWF because I'm going to end it. Nobody's going to try to humiliate me.
Oh, get him out of here, Bert, is what you ought to do. You get him out of here. Man, this is ridiculous. They jump on Coco Ware, Simply Divine, King and Dog. And Bert Prentice loving every minute of it. I don't know, but we do need help for Coco. I don't know, Jerry, Jeff. Did you get a chance to find the coffee?
Well, yeah, the Hutchings brothers came out here to help. Guy, if you're over here.
Prentice, get him out of here. Come on now, get him out of here. Boy, they continue choking Coco with that belt. Man, that's horrible.
Here comes Lawler. My goodness.
Hey, the King comes out. And Lawler, I guess Blue White Lawler may have been in the shower in there.
Yeah, after his match, he was in the shower, looks like, but thank goodness, Guy was able to find him and get him.
Need a respirator at ringside.
Putting up with that stuff. Get out of here.
While they attend to Coco, let's take a break here and we'll check on him. You're not too anxious to sign a title match. Jeff is upset with you for that reason, and also because it seems that you keep interfering in all his matches, and I've got some videotape right here to prove it. Watch this video.
I don't want to see.
Rex King and Steve Dahl out with the belt. Dahl just jumped on referee Frank Morale outside of the ring. Now Frank with the world title. Takes it and now Chef Jarrett with it. Takes those plated titles. Hey, grabs referee Paul Neighbors and clobbers Paul. Oh, these guys are just horrible, let me tell you. Rex King, Steve Dahl, and Brian Christopher now jumping on referee Frank Morale. Referee Paul Neighbors, Jeff Jarrett, and Jeff Gaylord. After 14 minutes and 20 seconds and retaining the USWA World Tag Team titles. Rex King and Steve Dahl are going berserk. Oh, look out! Here comes the Birdman! Coco Beal!
I went to check on Coco, and the King says, yeah, we're going to come out. He's okay, I think.
I want to say something to you, Bert Prentice and Simply Divine. If you're back there looking at your monitors, I'm sure you see right now, you didn't get the job done. You didn't get accomplished what you needed to get accomplished. You three jerks came out here, and you tried to do a little more than just hurt somebody. You tried to do a little more than just put somebody out of commission. And we know what you tried to do. But like I said, as you can see, you didn't get the job done. Because unlike you, Bert Prentice, Coco Ware is a man. And this is a man right here that can take anything that you three idiots can dish out. Now get ready, because Simply Divine, you think you came out here and signed a contract with Bert Prentice for him to manage you, but as far as we're concerned, you signed your death warrant, boys, because we got some bad in store for you. And Bert Prentice, you say you just came from Hawaii? Well, you know what they have down in Hawaii? They have big luau's. That's when they have the big feast. Everybody gathers around, and they get a big, fat roasted pig, and they stick an apple in its mouth, and they roast it. Well, Bert Prentice, Monday night, I got the apple, pal. I'm going to stick it in your big, fat mouth, and we're going to roast you like the pig that you are.
The King with Coco, and Coco will be looking for a Monday night, too.
You know what, Dave? Prentice, you should have did me in when you had your chance. You should have did me in because you didn't do me in, baby. I'm back. And nobody puts a strap around my neck because them damn days is over with. I'm telling you now, Prentice, you done stirred up the Birdman. And I tell you what, you bring in the damn body you want to bring, because I'm going to beat the hell out of, I don't care.
I know you're upset like that, King.
Because he don't choke me, baby. Nobody used a belt on me. Nobody.
Monday night. That's when to get him, Coco. Monday night. I know you're upset, Coco. Monday night down at the, I don't know if I'm talking to Scotty Flamingo or Johnny Polo.
You idiot.
Johnny
now,
Polo.
Give me this. Now, the reason I'm out here, Brian, I know you're kind of wondering yourself why you're out here, but I needed you out here because I got to say, I'm in the greatest mood, Dave Brown. I'm ecstatic. I am like the happiest camper running about, and it's all because of my best friend, Brian Christopher. See, my best friend, Brian Christopher, everyone knows, me and him ride up and down the highways, we fly planes together, we do everything together, I mean, everything. And, well, a couple weeks ago, I was a little depressed. I was in a bit of a blue funk, I was sad, I was blue, and, well, Brian Christopher, this philosopher, this wise man, he said to me, Scotty, I know why you're depressed, because you're not being yourself. He said, you gotta be Johnny Polo, what you are. You're being Scotty Flamingo, you're trying to please all these people, all these fans. Because you notice, I never try and please the fans. I do what I want to do, I say what I want to say, and that's why I'm so successful. And Scotty, and he started calling me Johnny because that's my real name. He said, Johnny, he's the only one that knew. He said, Johnny, you gotta be yourself. You gotta be Johnny Polo. And ever since then, man, I've been so happy. I've been ecstatic, man. My life has turned around. Everything's going great. The world has changed. Man, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. My best friend. Oh, it's great, Dave. And now, so I think to myself, I said, man, I got to repay Brian Christopher for giving Johnny Polo back his life. Now he's made me a happy man. And hold on, wait right here, hold on.
Johnny Polo is left, but he's happy. There's no doubt about it.
He's a much happier man than he, Dave Brown.
He's left. Now, what is this? This is the gift you brought him?
Shut up, Dave Brown. This is my interview. Now, Brian, do you know what this is?
Yeah, that's a broom.
Look at that, Dave. He knows what it is. He knows that this is a broom. Not only is he a philosopher, but he's a very bright man.
I can tell.
Do you know what this is, Brian?
The mop.
Look at that. He knows. That's a mop.
Two out of two.
See, everyone knows what these things are, but it's like a tragedy because I never knew what these things were. I didn't know what these cleaning supplies, these implements, these tools of the bourgeoisie were. I had no idea because I'd always led a pampered life. Ever since I was a little baby in my crib, my parents used to have English nannies come and take care of me. They'd powder my bottom. You know, they would tuck me in. If I got a little scared at night, you know, they would tell me a bedtime story, tell me everything was okay. They'd give me a little sing me a little lullaby. And they took care of me all through my entire life. And now, you know, when I was 16, I got to pick my own nanny. That's pretty cool. Anyway, but now I want to repay Brian Christopher for all he's done for Johnny Polo, and I want to give you my nanny.
No, I don't need a nanny.
No, I got three. I got three of them. It's okay. I'll give you one of them. Look, I'm telling you.
No, I don't want no old English lady messing with my stuff. I don't need a nanny. Seriously,
Look, Brian, we're best friends, right?
I really don't need one.
Look, we're best friends. Try it out. Just try for 2 or 3 weeks. If it don't work, okay? If it don't work, well then we'll say we tried and it didn't work. But it's the least I can do to repay you for what you've done to me. Made me Johnny Polo again, a happy camper, man. I'm a bullion. I'm filled with a zest for life. Please, here, close your eyes. Let me bring out my nanny. Hold on, close your eyes. Come on, Brian. Best friends. All right. Hold on.
Okay. Well, let's see here, friends. Scotty Flamingo, I want to call him. Johnny Polo's nanny coming out here to repay Brian Christopher. Oh, my goodness. To repay Brian Christopher.
Okay, Brian, okay. Open your eyes. Here's your new nanny.
Oh.
Yeah, I told you, man. It's great, isn't it? Look at her.
That's nothing like what I expected.
You know, she'll take care of you. She'll tuck you in at night. You know, she'll sing you a little story. She'll sing you a little lullaby. She'll tell you stories. She'll dust. She'll clean. She'll wax the car. You know, if you got a hair out of place, she'll fix it. Just like that. Show him. Miss Simpson is the best nanny in the whole nannying profession, and she's all yours.
I don't know what to say, Scotty, except, thank you.
Oh, come on.
Look at that. Look how happy he is. That's the kind of joy. Take her with you. Take her with you. Look at the joy he's brought me. I'm bringing him some joy, Dave. I feel like Santa Claus today, man. This is great. Let's go to commercial, because I want to go back and talk to him. Man, this is great.
Well, going to commercial is one of the better ideas I've heard the last 4 or 5 minutes. Let's do that, and we'll be back with more from the USWA. I can't believe what you just did.
Christopher walks to the ring with a belt around his waist, and I know that he'll never fill the shoes of the legends of Jackie Fargo and Jimmy Valiant and Jerry Lawler.
Hey, now...
Shut your big mouth. We didn't ask you to Shut up, you big liar.
We're talking to Jeff.
You are a big, stinking liar. I'm sick and tired of hearing it. I've had enough to hear about legends this, legends that. You're nothing but a big liar, Jeff Jarrett. You don't know what a legend is. You're out here talking about, I won't give you a title shot. I just want to ram my fist down your throat. Hey, listen to me. I offered you a title shot earlier in the week, and you declined. I said all you had to do was put your hair on the line, right? Is that not right? You put your hair on the line, and you get a title shot, right? Tell all the people about that, huh?
Why don't you give me a return match? You didn't beat me. Steve Dawn, Rex King beat me. Why don't you give me a return shot?
Yeah.
Listen to me. Listen to me. You, my friend, have no idea what a real legend is. Scotty, I got something in mind. Watch it. I got an idea. Scotty, come over here. Listen to me. Jeff Jarrett, you want to know what a real legend looks like? You want to know what a real legend looks like, huh?
I know what one looks like. There's one back there, Jerry Lawler, Jimmy Valiant, handsome Jimmy Valiant.
Oh, shut your mouth! I want to bring out a real legend, because I brought one here today, and I got a big plan. Come on.
I guess it's going to be Frank Hickey, huh?
No, come on. Yeah, I got me a legend. Yeah.
The last legend was what, 80? Oh, my goodness. That's Tony Falk.
You see that, Jeff Jarrett? Feast your eyes on this man, because this is a living legend. This man is the man that has beat them all. This right here is former driver Tony. He is former boy Tony. He is former, what else have you been? The Night Stalker. That's right. This is a man that has won every match he's ever been into. This is what a real legend looks like, Jeff Jarrett. And I got a deal for you. I got a deal.
Brian, you make a disgrace out of everything about the title, about legends. The only thing this guy's famous for is that he is the only guy in the sport of wrestling to lose 57 consecutive matches.
No. That was in the past, Jeff Jarrett. That was in the past. He is a changed man. And today I want to make you a deal, Jeff Jarrett. You say I never give you a title shot, huh? Well, listen to me. Read my lips. You step in the ring today with this legend. If you can beat a real legend, then and only then I will give you a Southern Heavyweight title shot. But you got to earn it.
The match with us, I guess you're calling the matches now, huh?
He's going to have a day off. I call the shots from now on.
Careful, all of them are out here, Jeff.
And all I got to do is beat living legend Tony Falk.
That's right. If you can beat a real legend, then you get from there.
Well, hold on. I guess I suppose that you're going to be out here, and I got to get distracted by her and I guess Johnny Polo. So I got to fight all four of you.
No. Me and Miss Simpson, we'll head to the back. We'll go all the way to the back of the building.
All right, Tony Falk. And if I beat him, I get a title shot.
That's right. You got it.
All right.
Johnny, I want you to sit out here and make sure that Tony right here gets a fair deal.
I'll sit out here and do it, but he don't need it, man. He's the living legend.
That's right. I can do it, bro.
Yeah, the living legend. I remember your promise. You and Miss Simpson head on back to the back of the building there and stay out of it. And we'll hope that Mr. Polo will stay out of it, too. All right. Referee T.D. Steele calling for the bell. Tony Falk jumps Jeff Jarrett immediately as they step into the ring.
Yeah, Jeff goes under. Falk comes back. He got him covered.
Oh, look at it. Polo.
Yeah. Johnny Polo pulls Jeff Jarrett right off of Tony Falk. Jeff had him covered. Good, he got him quickly there, too. Falk whips Jeff into the rope. Sunset flip from Jarrett. 1, 2, and Falk kicks out.
I thought he had him there for a moment, but the living legend, according to Brian Christopher, Tony Falk, still alive.
The legend.
Look at that
Tony
right
Falk.
Look at that right fist he keeps throwing there.
Yeah, keep throwing those big right hands, Falk does. And Johnny Polo from outside interfering. Well, look at Polo over, nailing away on Jeff Jarrett. Christopher and Jennifer Simpson may not be out here, but Polo interfering in the bout between Falk and Jeff. Down to the throat from Tony Falk. Tony Falk. Brian Christopher brings him in. Falk wrestles out of Dallas, Texas. And he's got a hard task for his debut back in the USWA against Jeff Jarrett. Big elbow from Jeff. Covers him. Look at Polo.
Oh, Jeff had him pinned, and Polo grabbed a handful of hair from outside. Referee,
yeah.
He didn't see it, but he suspects. He's warned Polo, I keep wanting to say Flamingo, Johnny Polo about it.
I think that'll be right, too, to say Flamingo. I don't think he knows what he is. Johnny Polo jumps in the ring.
Again.
Pulls Jeff Jarrett off. Jeff had it covered, and Polo broke the cover. Tony Falk nailing away on Jarrett. Oh, look at this. This is just getting to be obnoxious now. Johnny Polo continues to clobber away on Jeff Jarrett. Every time referee D.D. still turns his back, Polo goes to work on Jeff in there. Falk whips him in. Jarrett comes off with a big boot. Sends Tony Falk down. Now Falk with a right hand. Takes him and all reversal here. Falk whips him in. Jeff goes under, slides under the rope.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah. He's going after Johnny Polo now. Jarrett having to fight both of them. Slams them right into each other. He's got Polo outside of the ring. Slams him into the apron there. Here comes Jennifer Simpson telling Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, Miss Simpson, I don't know what she said, but she was upset that Johnny Polo was getting blasted by Jeff Jarrett. Oh, look at that. Heads together. Oh, Polo grabs Jeff by the hair, throws him in the ring. My goodness gracious. What a day here today. Jeff Jarrett trying to defeat Tony Falk to get an assured rematch finally with Brian Christopher for the Southern title, a rematch that Christopher has denied him.
Yeah, Falk's got Jeff Jarrett.
Trouble here. Miss
Out on the
Simpson
floor.
has got him bruised.
Yeah. Oh, boy, she broke that broom on Jeff Jarrett. Jennifer Simpson did. Jarrett grabs a hold to the broom. Jabs her with it. He's going out to Jennifer Simpson. Hey, Eddie Marlin goes over and grabs Jennifer.
Miss Simpson, Eddie Marlin has her in tow. What is this, Brian?
Hey!
Hey, come on.
Get this dirty old man away from
What are either one of you doing here?
That's what Johnny, I've been testing him for 4 years. He hasn't had a scratch on him since I pregnant with him.
Get out of here. You don't have no...
Eddie Marlin trying to send Brian Christopher and Miss Simpson out of here. Had no business in here to begin with because Brian Christopher promised that they would go to the back of the building and stay there. Meanwhile, back in the ring, Tony Falk has Jeff Jarrett down on the mat choking him. Johnny Polo still at ringside, and it looks like some semblance of order has been restored. I would feel a lot better if Johnny Polo had been banned from ringside too, but that wasn't part of the agreement.
Not only is he at ringside, Dave, but he's interfering in the bout.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Doesn't have to be an agreement about that. That's just flat illegal.
Illegal it is, and Polo choking Jeff Jarrett on the ropes there. Referee T.D. Still tells Polo to get off of him and get back in the corner. Look at Jeff Jarrett coming back on Falk. Oh, tells referee T.D. Still in the corner. Goes up to Polo now out on the floor. And he busts Johnny Polo with a right hand. Jarrett got Falk and Polo out on the concrete floor.
Jeff again has both of them.
Oh,
Look out! Miss Simpson here with a mop now.
Miss Simpson got that mop on Jeff. Swings at the Jeff. Now and gets it from her. Goes over and grabs Miss Simpson now. Here's Eddie Marlin back out, though.
Eddie Marlin has Miss Simpson in tow again. Brian Christopher, hey, get your hands off of him.
Hey, Brian, get your hands off of him. Referee T.D. Steele's calling for the bell. Eddie Marlin's trying to help out Jeff Jarrett while Polo and Ford jump on him. Miss Simpson's got that bucket or whatever it's in there. I don't know.
There she goes in the ring. Brian Christopher hanging on to Eddie Marlin. They've got Jeff double team. They've got him down. She's got something here. We've rung the bell, TD. It's over.
Yeah, we
rung the disqualification when Johnny Polo hit the ring. Falk was disqualified. But meanwhile, what she's spraying in his face looks like some of that tire foam.
Yeah. Here comes Jeff Gaylord, the Missouri Tiger, out to help Jeff Jarrett. Gaylord, jump on Polo and Falk. Far side of the ring.
Oh, Jeff Gaylord.
Gaylord went after Miss Simpson. She got out of there.
Well, he has finally succeeded in clearing the ring. Now he's trying to get Brian Christopher loose so that get Eddie Marlin loose from Brian Christopher. Oh, they double up on him.
Yeah, they knocked Gaylord over by the desk. Oh, look out. Boy, you talk about wild action. It's all over the studio today. There goes Miss Simpson again. She's got the other broom. Rams down on Jeff Jarrett with her. Boy, look at her wall away on Jeff. Jarrett. Jarrett, stuff all over his face. And boy, Miss Simpson breaks the broom. Look out now. Here comes Miss Simpson.
Miss Texas will even that up real quick as she goes after Miss Simpson. Look at that. Brian Christopher, look out, grabs Miss Texas. Oh, geez. He hit her with a fist right in the face.
Come on, Brian, would you? Oh, man. That is ridiculous, I tell you. Christopher just smells away on Miss Texas. Slams her down hard. Miss Simpson kicking away on Miss Texas. Eddie Marlin's out on the floor. No order in this one, boy. Action all over the studio.
Johnny Polo and Tony Falk have Jeff Gaylord down on the floor, and they've just shoved Eddie Marlin down. Brian Christopher continues to jump up and down on Jeff Jarrett in the ring, while Miss Simpson is now choking Miss Texas. Here comes the king. Here comes Coco Beware.
Oh, look at Lawler. He's trying to grab a hold of Miss Simpson. She slides under there and hightails it out quickly. Boy, let me tell you. This Miss Simpson has been something else today.
And as Christopher. Oh, we're going to sort it out, fans. I don't know how it can get more excited, but we'll find out when we return. Who's the person who's with you here, huh?
Dave Brown, let me get right to the heart of the matter. I want everybody here to know what's going on and you to know what's going on because you seem to always be uninformed. And the people at home, I want them to know exactly what's happening. I want to introduce him. You're correct. He's Mr. C.W. Bergstrom, but I need to tell you just a little bit about this man so you understand exactly why he's here. Mr. Bergstrom was formerly known as Principal Bergstrom. He was a principal at a school district in the state of Oregon. And in his school district, the students towed the line, Dave Brown. They're not like these derelicts that are sitting along ringside over here. They minded their manners. They walked the line. When the bell rang, they didn't run to and fro out in the hallway and stand at the lockers and talk to each other and chew gum. And he stood out in the hallway, and he made sure they walked single file in silence, in military fashion, to their next class. They sat down, they did their homework, and they shut up. You understand? He had control. He is a master of discipline. If you spare the rod, you spoil the child. You've heard that. He does never spoil a child because he doesn't spare the rod. He used the leather strap, and he used it day after day after day until his students minded. And I'll tell you something. He had the best and most well-behaved school children anywhere in the world. These people right here, you can tell, are derelicts, right? In Japan, the people there, they're nice and polite and quiet because they've been taught the Bergstrom method. You understand? He is the man that can bring discipline anywhere. But you know, there's always some bleeding heart liberal, mamby-pamby, goody two-shoes do-gooder that wants to stick their nose in the business. Well, they did, and they got Mr. Principal Bergstrom fired from his job. And Dave Brown, when I found out about that, I was very, very angry because this man, he's a hero to me because he can take little punk, snot-nosed kids and he can get them in line. I said, well, great. If you can do that, you can do it to wrestlers, too. He said, sure I can. I said, bring your strap, come down here to the USWA, and we'll put you in the ring with all these punks and all these brats and all these guys that have been spoiled, and he can give them his brand of discipline, Dave Brown. And I guarantee you when it's all over, there will be a lot of people here with belt marks on their backside, but they'll be well-behaved, and they'll show us respect, and the fans will show us respect, and they will respect Principal Bergstrom, and I would say you had better too. And I'd love to stay and chat, but Mr. Bergstrom, Principal Bergstrom, has an appointment in his office with this gentleman. Let's go, Principal.
He does indeed have a match coming up right here against Big Freezer Thompson, who is waiting in the ring right now.
We're not out here to talk to you. We're out here to teach this man some respect.
You're out here to wrestle is what you're out here to do. Let's see if Bergstrom can wrestle. You know, fans, before you put too much stock in all this... now, wait a minute. Now, there's no excuse for this right here. Get him out of here. You brought him in here.
What he is famous for, his disciplinary action. He is going to put the strap to everybody here, and he's starting here today. And if you don't like it, Dave, I suggest you and Corey Macklin get up in the ring and try to stop him.
Well, I tell you, I'm not going to try to stop him in the ring, but I don't like it. This is absolutely senseless. He won the match. He should win the match, get his hand raised, and get out of here along with you. T.D. Steele now finally sending him out of the ring. And C.W. Bergstrom, Principal Bergstrom, with a debut here, which was impressive in the beginning.
And whipping that principal senseless. Right, if you kids ever been bad at that principal.
All right, now look out. Samples. This is his interview time. You've had your say.
You're exactly the kind of man we're talking about. You're the kind of guy. You were a football player, a big dumb jock, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, a big dumb jock. You're the kind of guy that he didn't do his homework, he didn't study, he got good grades. The teachers passed you just because you were an athlete. No, it's not. Yeah, just because you were an athlete. You had special privileges, and you gave lots of trouble to principals like him. You're the kind of guy that gave him nightmares and kept him up late. You're the kind of guy we're talking about. You had the easy road.
He's the guy that got dismissed from Oregon because he's a child abuser. He doesn't know what discipline is. He gets his pleasure out of whipping little innocent children. And that's why apparently you don't have any discipline yourself, okay? The way you're talking to me, you have no discipline. I've got plenty of respect. And I'm going to show you some discipline. Oh, is that right?
Hey, Sample snuck around behind him and glommed Gaylord across the back of the neck.
Yeah, and Bergstrom's got that strap. Slamming down on Gaylord with that strap while Mike Samples is holding him now. Oh, and Principal Bergstrom. Man, it's got to stop. Come on, Samples. Cut it off. C.W. Bergstrom.
Here comes some help. Thank goodness. Here comes Freezer Thompson leading the way.
Yeah. Here comes some help, though, Jeff.
All right, Samples. You and Bergstrom were uninvited anyway. Just get out of here, please. I'm going to tell you, Corey, Gaylord will settle that score.
Oh, yeah.
I'll guarantee you.
Boy, look at
They're
Jeff.
trying to hold him back. There goes Bergstrom and Samples out of here. On his mind from the moment he steps into that ring, there's absolutely no doubt about it. Talking about Lawler and Ware going against Simply Divine. Take a look at a little history in that match right here. the one which is coming up this very week. King?
Yeah, I want to say just a couple of words here to Mr. Burt Prentice. You know, I'm sure that they had themselves a little victory celebration after that last match Monday night. I'm sure that they sat back in their dressing room with big smiles on their faces because, you see, they retained their World Tag Team titles, and Burt Prentice, with that big fat face of his smiling, when I think about it, it makes me sick. So, Burt, we wanted to find a way to nullify you. We wanted to find a way to make sure that without your interference, Coco Ware and I would come out with those belts around our waist after we'd beat the brains out of Rex King and Steve Dahl. Because we proved last week that they are no problem for us. But you had to come up there with the Coke and throw it in Coco's eyes and do your damage. Well, this week, we went to Eddie Marlin. We said, how about putting a straitjacket on that fat slob? He said, that's a great idea. So when he informed Burt Prentice that he was going to have to be put in a straitjacket, the next thing Eddie gets a call from Burt Prentice's attorney and says that if we put him in a straitjacket, supposedly because he's not mentally deranged, well, that's a matter of a question, that there's going to be all sorts of legal problems. So, Burt, you got your way on that. Not going to be put in a straitjacket, and the more I thought about it, Coco, there's probably not one big enough to fit that fat pig anyway. But we got another surprise for you, Burt Prentice. We're going to immobilize you down there this week, and Eddie Marlin has said there's nothing you or your attorneys can do about this. And we're going to let the fans help us. We're going to let the people at ringside help us. I'm going to tell you just exactly how it's going to work. First of all, very fitting for you, we're going to bring out one of these big, nice garbage bags. You see this? We're going to take one of those big, hefty bags, hefty boy, and we're going to cut a hole right in the top of it, and we're going to let one of the wrestling fans slide this right down over your big, fat body. And once that's done, we're going to let another wrestling fan take one of these rolls of duct tape, and they're going to go around and around, and that'll be like a trip around the world when you go around that fat slob. But they're going to go around you, Burt Prentice, until your arms are taped to your side like a big fat cocoon. Do you understand that? And we're not finished yet. We're going to have some rope for another wrestling fan. Not like this. We're going to have a lot more rope than this, right, Coco? We're going to have some rope, and we're going to let the last wrestling fan tie you up like a nice little surprise package. And when it's all done, all you're going to be able to do is stand there and watch Coco Beware and the King beat Rex King and Steve Dahl and take those World Tag Team titles and put them right around our waist, whether you like it or not.
Hey, you know one thing, Dave? Prentice, I'm going to have me a rope. And I hadn't forgot about that belt around my neck. Because I tell you, when I get that rope around that fat neck of yours, I'm not going to stop. It's going to have to call the emergency, baby, to come get me off of you. Because I'm not going to stop. Because I told you, time is over with. Those days is gone. And Prentice, I know those two goofs don't have the sense enough to choke me to death. You told those boys to kill me. Well, damn it, I'm going to kill you if I get my neck around this rope around your neck.
All right, Coco's still upset about it. I understand there. King, that should be interesting to have Prentice immobilized like that.
It'll be very interesting. I can just tell you this, Burt. Like I said, all you're going to be able to do is stand there, feel what it feels like to be a cocoon, and watch your boys lose the belts. They're going to be around our waist after Monday night.
All right, the word from the King, and Coco Beware.
With Memorial Day weekend and all of that, it's actually a 15-match tournament. Now, it says 16 here. There is an additional match that is not technically a tournament match. 16 matches coming up this week. Now, the reason for the tournament is this. Papa Shango, who you see right here pictured, of course, is now the holder of the unified belt, the USWA unified belt. And Burt Prentice says Jerry Lawler does not get an automatic return match.
Yeah,
so as a result,
doesn't want to give him that.
there has to be a tournament, and the winner of the tournament will get the shot at Papa Shango. And look at this one right here. All right, you got Jerry Lawler against C.W. Bergstrom. Lawler has to beat Bergstrom and then progress throughout the entire 15 matches, 4 rounds altogether of the tournament in order to get the return shot at Papa Shango. Then you got Jeff Gaylord going to be going against Scott Braddock. Danny Davis against Johnny Polo. The Terror will be going against J.C. Ice. Rex King against Dutch Mantell. Wolfie D against Steve Dahl. Moondog Spot will be going against Brian Christopher, the legend, by his own admission. Tony Falk will be going against Mark Freer. As we mentioned, Corey, Mark Freer, we hope to meet a little bit later on. Don't know too much about him, but has the makings of a very interesting evening there with the pairings. And of course,
I'm at the palatial home of the king himself, Jerry Lawler. Now, I got here a little bit early, so Jerry just told me to make myself at home. And I found out that he not only does art, but he also collects Coca-Cola memorabilia. So I just wanted to show you some of this. It is so neat. The one thing that I really like is this old-timey Coke machine. I thought this was so interesting.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jerry.
Welcome. You like my Coke memorabilia?
Yes, I do. It is so neat. I love this Coke machine.
Hang on a second, wait a minute. Why don't you take one home with you?
Oh, thank you, Jerry.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to keep this. Well, did you bring your stuff?
Yes, I did. And I'm ready to do art.
What, you brought a palette and brushes. No, that's okay. I'll tell you what. I've got some material over here that we'll do. And you want to look at some art too?
Yes, and I also thought we could do a little art,
We'll
maybe.
do some. While we're here, let me start with. I don't know if the camera can get this. See this little. This guy is called the Sprite Boy, and that's one of the reasons I like the Coca-Cola stuff is because I was interested. They had some great art connected with their advertising, and I painted that.
Oh, that is so neat. I'm really impressed.
So neat.
Really impressed.
Well, come on over here and I'll show you some other
Okay.
stuff. All right. Before we get started doing any drawing, can I show some of my art that I've already done?
Yeah, sure. Go.
This is some of my favorite subjects, of course.
Oh, okay.
I draw pictures of myself. You've heard of self-portraits and things like that.
Oh, yeah, I think it's great.
This was one. This is when I had that little funny-looking little beard kind of thing there, you know.
Yeah, I
See,
remember.
coming out of the Coliseum. Is that kind of cute?
That's really cute.
And, of course, here's another one of me. This was.
Oh, that's great.
This was used for. I drew this, and this was used for, I think, a Fireworks City billboard. And my second favorite subject, the Cleveland Browns. This was one of my friends that was played on the Cleveland Browns, Dick Ambrose. I did a little picture of him.
That's great.
Oh, one of my all-time heroes. You know who that is?
Yes, I do.
Who?
Curly.
Yeah, you're not as young as you look, I think. That's right, Curly. This was a picture I did for a friend of mine that owned Bunton Restaurant, Milton Wiggins, and this was like, they use this on their menu over there.
Oh, that's
It's there all the time, right? And then this was a little thing, I did this for the Shrine Clowns. This was they put on the front of their circus program. Is that great?
Great, yeah.
Come on, you're not really impressed
No,
with it.
I am. I'm very impressed.
Okay.
I am.
Hey, what about this? You know this guy?
Handsome Jimmy.
Yeah, drew that. Almost
That
looks
is
like a
good.
photograph, doesn't it?
It does.
I drew it. And then this was like a T-shirt designed for my graduating class from. Look, that's not that long ago now.
1967.
That's when I
great.
graduated from Treadwell High School, and we had a big reunion. And
That is so good.
almost
I'm
everybody
really
had
impressed.
died, but I was still.
You're still there.
I was still there. I also do. This is some calligraphy. You know, little sort of
Yeah, that's
fancy
really
writing.
Well, I'm so impressed.
I don't think you really are.
I am, Jerry. That is great.
Also, look, this is a shot here that I just finished drawing this to advertise my big softball tournament that's going to be coming up. I want to tell you a little bit more about that a little bit later on, too, okay?
Well, that is great. So, are we going to do art now?
Oh, man, that's all you want to do is do art.
I
Can
know.
you do
I
art?
thought we could just do a picture together, maybe.
Collaborate.
Yes.
Okay. I'll tell you what we'll do here. I'm going to give you this pen. Okay. What I want you to do is you start the thing. We'll do a little abstract art.
Okay. That sounds good.
It does. You start the picture and I'll finish it. Just make
anything?
Just make any kind of line on there. What? Just anything.
Well, I don't know what to do. Just draw anything.
It doesn't matter. Just a line.
Okay. How's that?
Wow.
More?
That's enough, I guess. I'm making it tough on me here. Oh, let me see what I can do with that. What can I do here? Oh, let me just come over here. Let me see. We'll come right here.
Oh, how neat.
What is it? You don't even know yet, do you?
It's a cat.
It's who?
Sylvester the cat.
Hey, Sylvester. Wait a minute. Let me see. Where's he at? Look. Hey, it's Sylvester the cat, where are they at? Give me some whiskers there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Look, we collaborated.
Jerry, that is so good.
Now we got to sign this. You got to sign
okay.
it. Sign it right there at
Okay.
the bottom. We might could sell this.
No, we could. I think we could.
Oh, you think we could? Jennifer. Now, should I sign it too?
Yeah, you sign it too.
Okay.
That is so good. I'm so impressed.
Sell that, we'll make a lot of money.
Okay, we could. Well, Jerry, do you sell? I mean, I bet you have money to burn.
You know what? It's so funny that you mentioned everybody thinks I got money to burn. Whoa! Wait a minute. What?
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
I want to talk just a little bit about this situation which is coming up this week. I know you're probably not too thrilled about it. You would rather just sort of go in and have a rematch.
Well, I think I deserve the rematch. You know, Papa Shango did win the title, but then in the return match, I felt like I had the guy beat. And I know the guy is beatable. You know, it's just that he used the disqualification stipulation to save the title for himself. And ordinarily, the review board or whoever would take a look at that and say that I should get the title match or rematch. But I think that when Papa Shango hired Bert Prentice to be his new manager and take care of all of his business dealings, well, that's when things went south. Bert Prentice doesn't want, the last thing in the world that he wants is for me to get a title shot. That's why he has come up with this entire smoke screen. That's why he has come up with this entire tournament idea, because he knows that for somebody to get a shot at the title, they're going to have to win 4 straight matches, which is no easy task when you're looking at the talent we got here in the USWA. But I'm going to tell you something, Bert Prentice. Everywhere I go, every time I step foot out my door, the first question that people ask me is, King, when are you going to get that belt back? Because I think that people equate the Unified World Heavyweight Championship belt with the King of Wrestling. And I do too. I look at that as my belt, and I want it back around my waist and right here in the USWA. So we're going to have this tournament, and I couldn't be more pleased than to have the first round, the first pairing against C.W. Bergstrom, the principal. He calls himself a principal. Well, first of all, let me tell you something. We all watched him out here doing his little speech about my school background. Now, the first thing that anybody knows about a principal is, what was the main thing that you couldn't do in school? Number one thing, you don't chew gum in class. You chew gum around a principal, and brother, you know what's going to happen. And C.W. Bergstrom's out here, he's chewing gum so fast his lips need shock absorbers. So we know right off the bat that his being a principal is a little on the shady side. Now, another thing, he says he researched my background. Well, that's right. I'm proud of my background. I went to Treadwell High School, and at Treadwell High School, we had a great principal. His name was W.L. Mabry. And he was a guy that the kids, they weren't afraid of him. They weren't afraid to have to go to the principal's office. He was somebody that we looked up to and admired because he took care of the kids, and he had their best interests at heart, unlike a jerk like you. And I was fortunate in my school career to have teachers that cared about the students. My art teacher was Helen Stahl at Treadwell High School. She helped me put together a portfolio of artwork to enable me to win a commercial arts scholarship to Memphis State University. I didn't have to trace any artwork. I didn't have to Xerox anything, and I didn't paint anything by numbers, C.W. Bergstrom. And for a jerk like you to come out here and try to insinuate that I did, it makes me a little bit hot. So you get ready and you pack your Board of Education, because when I get you in that tournament, I'm going to give you a little schooling. I'm going to give you a little lesson. I'm going to teach you what it's like to be in the ring with the King of Wrestling. And I think, C.W. Bergstrom, it's going to be a lesson that you're going to regret. So get ready, because it is on our agenda, brother.
The word from the King. Looks like maybe Mike say by Miss Texas headed this way. By the way, thanks for joining us at our special time today. We'll be back at the same time, 9:30 next week for USWA Championship Wrestling action. Jeff, I am happy to shake your hand here today. I want to talk about that before we talk about the action coming up. Some of the fans may have heard, some may have not. I want to get an update. You and Eddie Marlin were involved in a very serious traffic accident about a week ago, very early last Sunday morning. The vehicle overturned several times, and thank goodness you had on a seatbelt and you're able to stand here with us today. How are you feeling, and how's Eddie?
Well, Dave, I appreciate your concern, and some of the fans know and some of the fans don't know. I made an announcement Monday night, and I'm going to be repeating myself, but I'm very happy to be here because, like you said, Dave, Saturday night on the way home, Eddie lost control of the truck, and and we swerved across the road, and then we went back across the interstate and hit the guardrail, and the truck flipped, I think, 3 times, and we landed upside down. Luckily, and I want, especially the kids out there, 16, 17 years old, I want them to listen real good, because I know, I can remember when I was 16 or 17, I didn't listen to much. But the commercials you see about buckle up, seatbelt, save your lives, it's not just an advertisement. Most of the time it goes in one ear and right out the other, but it's the truth. And I want not only the kids, but everybody to listen, because seatbelts do save lives, and if I wouldn't have had mine on, I don't think I'd be here standing this morning. I'm very happy to be here, very happy to be alive. And as far as Eddie's condition, he's real sore, but he's not in the hospital. A lot of people have asked me this morning if he's still in the hospital. He's not in the hospital. He's real sore. He doesn't get around too good, but time will heal everything. And as far as myself, Dave, my knee's still real sore and my elbow, and I'm still sore all over. But other than that, I'm just happy to be here. And we got a big tournament this week. Kids in for $1, and a big Memorial Day schools out special. So go ahead.
Well, I notice you're not in the tournament. Is that because of the accident, or?
That's because of the accident, because I knew you'd have to wrestle 4 times to get to the finals, and I didn't want to get into the tournament unless I knew I had a good shot at getting in the finals, because I want to take care of first things first. Now, Brian Christopher, last Monday night you got out of the match with myself, but this Monday it's going to be a tag match. And you're going to have Miss Simpson there, you little nanny, and the tape just showed just a few minutes ago of the kind of shenanigans you try to pull off. Well, Miss Simpson, I just got a few words for you. You can bring your mop and bring your broom and bring whatever cleaning materials you want to bring, because Monday night, Jeff Jarrett and Miss Texas, we're going to do some cleaning house. And Brian Christopher, that is a promise. I can't wait to get my hands on you. Tell him, Miss Texas.
Miss Simpson, you think you're so cute, walking around with that little May uniform on? Now, you call yourself an English nanny. But down here, I'm calling you a bare-leg, big-mouth, nothing-happening tramp. Now, see, you come out here, you hit Jeff over the head with the broom and the mop. But I tell you what, as soon as you step in the ring, honey, I'm going to beat you like I own you.
Oh. Well, Dave, it looks like I ain't got to say anything else. It looks like Miss Texas is going to take care of Miss Simpson. And, Brian, that just leaves you for me, and I can't wait. Monday night.
All right, Jeff and Miss Texas.
The USA comes off, leaps over and catches that big boot from Christopher. Oh, scrubbing Mr. USA number 2.
Oh, here's Miss Texas.
Hey, crybaby Christopher! Where's that sidekick at now? Christopher, where that 2-bit tramp at?
Hey, watch it.
What you say, little tramp, huh? How you running your mouth about me?
Where your
Come on, Brian. Hey. Watch it, Miss Texas. Oh, boy! Miss Texas! Lit off on Christopher. Hey, come on, Brian! Boy, that's horrible. Christopher out is strapping away on Miss Texas with that leather strap. Come on, Brian! Come on now!
Here comes some help.
Yeah, here comes Jeff Jarrett.
And that got rid of. Then we'll tell you about this big tournament coming up. Okay?
I just want to come out here and say quickly that Monday night looks like it's shaping up to be one of the biggest nights that's ever been down at the Mid-South Coliseum. It's going to be a great, it's a lot of great things happening there that night, but also the fact that a lot of kids are already out of school. They don't have to go to school on Tuesday morning, and kids 12 and under are getting in for only $1. So we want to see all the young people out there, and I am especially excited because it's going to be my opportunity to get a chance to get the World Unified Belt right back here in Memphis, Tennessee. And I also want to see Brian Christopher get his butt beat like he is going to get it. He comes out here to want to beat on a woman. Well, let me tell you something, Brian Christopher. I just talked to Jeff. I just talked to Miss Texas. And there's going to be a rear end strap Monday night. Well, there's going to be 2 of them.
and they're going to belong to you and that silly-looking nanny of yours, so I can't wait for Monday night. It's going to be a big one, Dave. I
think you're right. We're going to check that entire card coming up.
I'm Jennifer. Well, today I fully expected to be on the lake with a fishing pole in my hand, catching some of those huge catfish with promoter Eddie Marlin. But as you can see, we're not on the lake. I'm at the home of promoter Eddie Marlin because a few weeks ago, Eddie had a horrible car accident with Jeff Jarrett, and they were coming back from Jonesboro, Arkansas. So today I just want to find out how Eddie's doing and hear a little bit about the wreck. Well, Eddie, you look in great shape. How are you feeling?
Well, feel fine, just as long as I don't have to make any quick moves.
Yeah. Well, I understand. I mean, you showed me some of the pictures, and I heard the wreck was horrible. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
It was, to me, it was real bad. I got off on the right shoulder of the road somehow, and when I corrected it, evidently I overcorrected, and it shot us straight across and hit the guardrail on the left side of the interstate. Just fortunate it wasn't no other car involved. Nobody else was injured or hurt. And when the truck hit the guardrail, it flipped over several times and landed on the top. It totaled the car out, and I really don't remember all the details about it. There's only one thing I do remember real clear in my mind. It was a third party in there with us. And he just wasn't ready for us. And he didn't take us. And he said that we had a lot more good things to do on this earth. And I just want to be thankful, and I don't want to sound down. I want to sound cheerful enough. Because very well, we could have been gone from here if it hadn't been for that third party.
That's right. Well, y'all are really, really lucky. We're glad to hear everything came out okay, and see you're up moving around.
No bones broken, no cuts where we had to have stitches, but, you know, I've been in that wrestling ring fighting some of the big guys, and they beat me till I thought I would never be able to get up again. And I was sore the next day, but never in my life have I been as sore as I am today.
Yeah, oh, goodness. We're glad to hear you're feeling okay.
Well, I think, and I appreciate you coming out, and I don't want you to forget the fishing trip.
Oh, no, it's
Because
still
I know you, when I tell you about my big catfish, you look at me and say, oh, yeah, another fish story. But I'll show you how to catch them. But it's one thing you got to promise.
Okay, what is it?
If I catch them, you cook them.
Oh, don't
we
worry.
eat 'em.
Don't worry.
All right.
I'll cook them for you.
Appreciate
no
you coming
problem.
out.
Okay. Well, we're glad to see that Eddie's doing okay, and I have a lot of great trips planned for the next coming week. So for the USWA, I'm Jennifer. Bye-bye.
I do want to talk about this tournament and the match coming up, but maybe we should just take a look at some very brief highlights, and then we'll talk about it, all right?
You're going to watch show, I think, just the very end, because, you know, I'd wrestled, I think, about 4 matches to get through this tournament, and then I wound up against Steve Dahl. But not only did I wind up against Steve Dahl, it wound up Rex King and Burt Prentice and Mike Samples and a host of other. I thought the entire crowd at the Coliseum was coming in there for a minute.
Did look like it. Yeah. Take a look. You'll see what we're talking about here.
Comes out and busts Dahl right hand. Here comes Burt Prentice in the ring. Lawler sets him up. DDT's Prentice. Look out, here comes Mike Samples, Jerry. Lawler catches Samples in the midsection. Grabs that paddle that Samples came in there with. Jabs him with it. Rex King's in the ring. He slows Lawler down. Oh, it's Lawler! Suplexes Rex King. He DDT'd Prentice. And the King, with a trick of his own, pulls a chain out. Throws it out in the crowd. Cover strong. 1, 2, 3. And Jerry Lawler wins the tournament.
Well, King, in spite of just about the entire dressing room emptying out, you were able to win the big match.
Well, it was exciting, and it was something that I felt like had to be done, because I really had a dark cloud hanging over my head ever since losing the title to Papa Shango, because for years I've come out here talking about how important it was to keep the unified title in the USWA, and challengers coming from all the other organizations trying to take that title away from our area. And, you know, I always prided myself on the fact that I was able to keep it here. And then along comes Papa Shango, and with some help, I might add, he was able to get the unified title, go back up to the WWF with it, and, you know, there was a time that when I didn't think it would be a chance to get another title shot. And every time I went out of my house, every time I went anywhere, all the people that came up to me, that's the first thing that was on their lips. They, you know, when are you going to get a title shot? When are you going to get the belt back? And look at
Bert Prentice. Bert.
Dave, you just shut up. Me and the King got some business. Now, what I'm willing to do, Jerry Lawler, is rip up this contract. I'm not going to make you wrestle Papa Shango for the belt. I, being the decent man that I am going to let you out of the match free and clear, no questions asked.
Oh, boy. Did you all hear what he said? He's going to let me out of the match with Papa Shango. You are almost as generous as you are fat. Now, I appreciate that kindness that you're trying to show here, but there's no way that you're getting out of that contract. You manage Papa Shango. You're real happy about it. Well, I'm real happy about the fact that I got the title shot with Papa Shango, and I am going to beat Papa Shango and bring the title back to the USWA where it belongs.
You know, you talk a great game for being a former champion. But if you want the match, I'll make you a better deal. I got $5,000. $5,000 that I'll give you if you can beat either member of Simply Divine. And when we do beat you, you rip up the contract right here on television today. If you win, you can have the match. Plus, I'll give you the $5,000 cash money right here.
So that there's no misunderstanding, let me get this straight. I wrestle one of your Simply Divine, which is Rex King or Steve Dahl, right?
Yeah, okay.
I beat them. I win $5,000 from you. Plus, I still get title shot with Papa Shango. If by some chance I lose, then I don't get to wrestle Papa Shango, though, right?
You'll rip the contract up on here TV today. If you lose the match, you're out of that match.
Well, you know what? That would sound real tempting because, you see, I think about as much of Rex King and Steve Dahl as I do of you. So I think that my problems with Rex King and Steve Dahl would be very little beating them in the ring. My only problem with that little proposition is I don't think you got $5,000, Bert. The only way that you would be worth $5,000 is if they started selling people by the pound. But I don't think you got the money. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm getting real sick and tired of your fat jokes.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I am.
You want to do something about it then? Show me how sick and tired you are, huh?
I'm not a wrestler, but I manage three of the greatest. So I suggest you take a step back and rethink your thinking, punk. So I don't have 5,000. You know, I knew you being the idiot you are would come out and try to make some sort of statement. Mr. Coffee, come on out here. Let's prove this idiot wrong again. Guy Coffee, Eddie Marlowe's little midget stooge, come on out here. Come on out here, you decrepit old fool.
Oh, come on, Bert. No respect for anybody here.
Show him what I have deposited with you.
Jerry, I don't know. He came back to me and he gave me $50, $100 bills. He says, I'm putting them up to wrestle Jerry the King Lawler. And you hold the money. So I've got the money.
Now, Principal C.W. Bergstrom tells me you also flunked math. $5,100 bills is $5,000. Now, in front of everybody, either put up or shut up. I finally got you.
Finally. No, you don't finally got me. The way I see it is I finally got you, and I'm fixing to have 5,000 of your dollars. Mr. Coffey, don't hand the money back to him. All I got to do is beat Rex King or Steve Dahl right here, right now.
Into the ring.
I don't see any problem in that. You hold on to the money.
Let's do it right now, punk. Right now. Right now.
That Shango match hangs in the balance there now, King. It's, well, the King is very confident, as one would expect. He doesn't think he'll have any problem defeating. It looks like it's going to be Rex King, as King hands his half of the tag title over to Bert Prentice and climbs into the ring. Rex King against the King, Jerry Lawler. I don't have the contract with me, Bert. I've got a contract here, but not that one. I got a contract I want to get signed is what I have. Well, let's see what happens here. And Corey, you know, I'm not sure this is a good idea. I know the $5,000, but that's not what really Jerry is going for. He wants to beat Rex King here. But what he really wants is that match against Papa Shango. And should King beat him, he doesn't get the match.
Hey, look at Lawler, too! Thought he could have had him there, Dave. Hey, and not only that, look at Rex King. Oh, he's shoving referee T.D. Steele. Telling T.D., hey, why don't you count faster? 1, 2, 3.
I tell you what, he's shoving around the wrong referee. T.D. shoved him right back. He said, I'll do the counting here. You do the wrestling.
T.D. bowled up right with Rex King. And Rex King is the combatant for the King, Jerry Lawler. Not only has Prentice sent King out here, if Lawler beats Rex King, that will be a defeat against Simply Divine because he beat Dahl to advance in the tournament. King and Lawler. Oh, boy. Lawler's throwing the fence.
Now, Bert Prentice yelling at Lawler throwing the fence. What's Rex King been doing up there for the last minute and a half or so?
There's a count on Rex King. And King and Prentice outside of the ring. Finally, Rex King grabs the rope. Oh, still joining all of the fans is King right there. Finally steps back in. Boy, Bert Prentice catches it from everybody. Hey, look at Lawler, rolls him up.
Did he get him? Did he get him? 2 count, says the referee.
Oh.
Boy, I was ready to ring the bell. It looked like a 3. Lawler thought he had the 3 count, but the referee said just 2.
Boy, it was close. Rex King, boy, still complaining, the referee T.D. Steele. Backs Lawler up against the turnbuckle of King. Slams him right in the midsection. There is a right hand. Whoops the King in. Goes in after him. Lawler rolls him up.
Oh, 2 count again. And this time, Rex King is steamed at the referee. I don't know what about. His shoulders were down. Oh, he thought it was a fast count. Well, there was no fast count. It didn't look like to me. It was only a count of 2.
Yeah. Referee T.D. Steele calling it right down the middle, and King wants him to give him one of those quick fast counts in there.
Got King against King here. Rex King against the King, Jerry Lawler. Lawler needs to beat him. If he does, he gets $5,000, and his title shot against Papa Shango remains intact.
Boy, you talk about all apples in one basket. Oh, it'd be great for the King to get a hold of Prentice's $5,000 and still have his shot at Papa Shango for the Unified World title. The fans behind the King, Rex King, jumps off the ropes and comes off twisting the right arm of Lawler. Lawler uses the left forearm, takes King down. Big right hand on Rex King. Oh, and the strap comes down. Jerry Lawler with a quick left jab on King. Sets him up and DDTs him. Rex King out in the middle of the ring. Lawler's up on the middle rope. Oh, Prentice just went running out of here as Lawler slammed down on King.
Here comes Steve Dahl.
Here comes Dahl in it. Now that's going to be the bell. And Bert Prentice puts his 2 cents in it as well.
Well, that's going to be disqualification on Simply Divine. Rex King and Steve Dahl are losers in the match now. Lawler gets the win by disqualification. Look at Prentice over here in the ring.
Ah, boy. Bert Prentice comes down on a big splash, and he's loving it. Prentice kicking away on Lawler, while King and Dahl continue to work him over. Oh, and they pile drive the King. Come on, Prentice, get him out.
It's 3 against 1 here. T.D. Steele has got Jeff Jarrett. A little help for the King. And now, King and Dahl and the celebrating Bert Prentice leave the ring.
Lawler's looking up at the lights. Where's that contract?
Miss Simpson leading the way. And, all right, things are neat enough around here, if you don't mind, Miss Simpson. Right.
Get a real clean. Get a real clean.
We're clean enough, if you don't mind. Do you have anything? Or are you just out here to neaten up a little bit? Should I talk to Brian, I guess?
Oh, no, I have something definitely to say. Mrs. Texas, you're nothing more than a cheap bimbo. I'm sick and tired of you messing with me, and I'm sick and tired of you messing with my most beautiful master. And therefore, I've decided to bring a little gift. Hold this for a second, would you, dear?
Well, okay. For heaven's sakes. What are you doing?
Mrs. Texas, the next time I see you, I'm going to beat you until you bleed. Understand that, darling dear?
Well, there's Miss Simpson. I tell you what, that's... Brian, I have your contract. I know you know about the contract.
Dave, shut up. Now, I've heard you out here all day long. I got a little contract. We got this contract out here we need to get signed. Well, Dave, just because Eddie Marlin looks like he's dead, it don't mean he's dead. He's the promoter around here. All you are, my friend, is just a commentator. You understand me? And you don't do a very good job of that. So you and nobody, I mean anybody, tells me what I signed before you even ask me the question. I'm going to tell you right now, the answer is no, Dave. N-O, I'm not signing any contracts.
Okay, the answer is no, you're not going to sign this contract. Then may I suggest that you just wait right here just a moment and take a look at this videotape. Brian Christopher, you're right. I'm not the promoter, but Eddie Marlin tells me that is your next opponent unless you sign the contract.
What are you talking about, Dave Brown?
You know very well what I'm talking about. The Undertaker will be your opponent. That will be the way you defend your title against The Undertaker.
Who is behind this, Dave Brown? Hey, I don't know who's behind this, but I'm not signing any contract. I know what this contract's all about, and I'm not wrestling The Undertaker either. There's no way.
If you don't sign the contract, you're wrestling the Undertaker.
Well, I'm not signing any contract, Dave Brown. Hey, I'll tell you what. Hey, I've said it before. I'm not scared of anybody. Brian Christopher's not scared of any man. I'll tell you what. You think I'm chicken? I'm not signing any contract. Listen to me. Undertaker. Big, bad, mean, scary Undertaker. You might scare everybody else, but you don't scare me. You hear me? I'm not scared. You understand? I'm not scared. So, Undertaker, you just come on down there to the Mid-South Coliseum because you're looking at somebody that's not afraid of no man. No man scares me. I'll tell you what, you might have beat up a lot of men. You might have destroyed a lot of men. But you just bring that little body bag of yours down there. Bring that on down here to Memphis. And I'll tell you what, I'll be the first man in history to put you in your own body bag, Undertaker. I'm not scared of nobody.
Brian Christopher, not scared of anybody. He may wish he'd signed the contract. Hello, Jeff.
Good to see you, Dave.
Good to see you, Jeff. We've got this contract here. I'm sure you know it's unsigned.
Well, Dave, it looks like Brian Christopher has really shown his true colors because there's been a little questioning about exactly what this contract is. Well, a contract is to sign me for a Southern Heavyweight title shot. And Brian Christopher, what you've told everybody is that you would rather face The Undertaker, former WWF World Heavyweight Champion. You would rather face him than face Jeff Jarrett. Well, let me tell you something. You might have made an awful big mistake because after Monday night, you might not be the Southern Heavyweight title holder. And I'm going to get my shot one way or the other. But, Brian, I'm still on your trail, and that is a promise. But, Dave, first things first. Rex King, Steve Dahl, and Bert Prentice. That's right. That's what we call her. It's Bertha. You want to come out here, and you're like a big pack of dogs. You're not very good one-on-one because Rex, Jerry had you beat right in the middle of the ring. But it takes three of you to get him down. Well, let me tell you something. I want you to pull your chair up to the monitor in the back and get a real good seat because after Monday night, there ain't going to be much left of you dogs because I know all about a dog. I've faced them plenty of times. And take a look at this film clip, and then you'll know what I'm talking about.
That young guy, I tell you, they kept dancing with that chair. These guys, I tell you, it's bad for them to come out here. Why don't you get them out of here? I'm telling you.
Out of here. Frank Morrell is trying. There they go with a desk, carrying the desk up and picking up. They knocked TD down, didn't they?
Yeah, they knocked TD down. Yeah.
The Moondogs continue to run wild. Richard Lee with a folding metal chair himself collecting the World Championship belt. Oh, my goodness. These guys tough to control except by Richard Lee. He's the only one that can call them off.
Richard, why don't you take these guys out of here? Bell is throwing pieces over there, too, Dave.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, they've got him beat so bad in there.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man, I tell you. Richard, why don't you take the guys out of here? Look at that guy's back. Oh, I tell you.
The beat up.
Oh, you saw that boy's back. All right, Moondog spot. Rex King and Steve Dahl, simply divine. You don't know much about Moondog spot, but I certainly do. Because for 1 year solid, me and Jerry faced the Moondogs, and it was the feud of the year. It was voted in all the magazines feud of the year, and that was because we used boards, we used chairs, we used chains, and it was real brutal. Well, Monday night, come on down. We're going to have a Moondog match, and we're going to introduce you to that. And when Spot comes to the ring, he comes with chairs, boards, it doesn't matter. So, boys, you better show up because you got some bills to pay, and you're going to pay.
Partner, this is going to be
a moment ago, but the intensity continued Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum.
He's got him on a sleeper hold. Here comes Miss Simpson. the boot. How about Miss Texas? Jumps on the back of Brian Christopher. And look at Miss Texas hold on. What? Oh, Christopher flips her right smack down over her. Boy, would you? That is horrible. Miss Texas came in. Yeah, referee Paul Abrams calling for a bell. That's one of the best things I can think to do too, Paul. Miss Simpson has got a leather strap out here, strapping away on Jeff Jarrett. Now she's strapping Miss Texas with it. In 13:51, Paul Neighbors is called for the bell. Hey, but look at Jeff Jarrett while Christopher was holding Miss Texas. Jarrett gets a loose, grabs the strap from Miss Simpson. Now it's Brian Christopher gives the strap to Miss Texas. Oh, boy!
I got you a contract right here, boy.
Come on,
Brian
Brian.
Christopher was holding up a chain and headed in the general direction of the ring. Look out. That's going to be a disqualification.
Oh,
right there.
boy. Christopher comes running in. And Miss Texas jumps on Christopher. She's on the back of Christopher. Brandy Wine grabs her off. And Christopher, oh! He nailed the master at Sarah. Jarrett turns around and clobbers Christopher. He's got the chain. Oh, look out, Jeff. Here comes this nanny, Miss Simpson. Oh, she clobbers Miss Texas with a broom she's got. Christopher grabs the broom and unloads on Jeff Jarrett with it. So it's Miss Simpson and Brandy Wine jumping on Miss Texas, Christopher and Sarah on Jeff Jarrett, Dave. Oh, boy. That's horrible. Miss Simpson and Brandy Wine trading legs on Miss Texas. Christopher stomping away on Jeff. T.D. Steele has went out to get some help.
Yeah, the Hutchings, brother, well, Keith Hutchings, Kenny Hutchings, I beg your pardon, has tried to step up to the ring, but he was nailed as he tried to climb through the rope.
Yeah, T.D. found Kenny Hutchings back there, and, yeah, Kenny, no help. Here comes Clyde Coleman. Coleman is up on the apron, and Christopher nails it.
Well, he just hammered him and knocked him right down to the floor. Back to work on Jeff Jarrett.
And look at Tara, would you? Slams down Miss Texas. Here comes the other Hutchins, Ricky. He gets in there, and that's all he does, is they get Ricky out of there. Miss Simpson's got the broom, nailing away on Miss Texas. Hey, Jeff's got it now. And all of a sudden, there goes Brandy Wine and Miss Simpson. They're out of there. Jarrett's got Christopher and Tara. Here comes Mike Sample.
Boy, this one a real free-for-all as Mike Samples grabs Jeff Jarrett from behind, holds him up. Brian Christopher hammers him with that chain wrapped around his right fist.
Here comes Mark Freer. Yeah. Mark Freer jumping on Samples. And there is absolutely no order now. Boy, it's just got totally out of hand. Here comes Bergstrom. C.W. Bergstrom. Bergstrom runs out to Jarrett. Christopher and Samples on Freer. Master Sarah with that broom, and he unloads on Miss Texas with it.
Here comes Gaylord. He's going to be looking for Bergstrom. He's right behind him, and he nails it from behind.
C.W. Bergstrom was walking to see what he could get into, and got a big forearm from Gaylord. We've got a ring full of almost everybody. It's C.W. Bergstrom and Gaylord. Miss Texas over kicking on Brandy Wine. Oh, Bergstrom's got Gaylord down now. Oh, man. You talk about exciting wrestling action. It's in the USWA, let me tell you.
We're going to hear from the new USWA Tag Team Champions coming to a little bit later on. Jeff, I know you've got a situation coming up. You agreed to a match with Tony Falk, and losing my train of thought here. You agreed to a match with Tony Falk, hair against hair. You won it, and now the big match is signed.
That's right.
Let us.
Let's sign it. You mind signing his autograph?
In the open?
Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll talk about it. This match has been signed. Now we've been trying to get this contract signed for a couple of weeks. Jeff. Yeah. Well, okay. Come on over. All right, let's do this.
I'm a big fan, man. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
This is great.
Thanks a lot. Hope you enjoy the show. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. Now, let's talk about this match, Jeff, because this is a big night for you coming up here, and your hair is at stake. Now, I know you didn't know when you signed that piece of paper that your hair was going to be at stake.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Dave. You know, last week, for the people who didn't know, Brian Christopher came out with his own contract, said that if I would put my hair up against Tony Falk's hair, I would get a title shot for the Southern Heavyweight title. And everybody knows that I've been working long and hard to get my title shot. And I finally got it, but what Brian did was he just tricked me.
Yeah, I guess the only description for it is he outsmarted you.
Exactly. I thought about it long and hard this week, and really I was just plain stupid. Brian, you know, he always comes out with great ideas and all this, and he thinks he's the greatest thing. Well, he did get one over on me. I've always been taught, my dad taught me, that if you use your head, no matter what your physical abilities are, if you use your mental aspect of wrestling, that you can overcome anything. Well, I didn't use it at all. And, you know, your mental capability, it's 75, 85% of the game, and Brian outsmarted me. And really, I'm just stupid. That's all I can say. I probably did one of the dumbest things that really I've ever done in wrestling, because now the match is signed, my hair against his title.
Well, we were all excited and all that situation just to get the contract signed, and I guess nobody really paid enough attention to what was going on here. But you're right. Now you got to defend the hair.
I should have kept my head about me, but I just went right ahead and signed it, and I'm just going to try to do the best that I can do.
Well, Jeff, I'm looking forward to the match. I wish the hair were not at stake. I know that's a match that you do not like to be involved in, but
I said I'd never put my hair on the line.
I know, and let's take a break. In the ring right now, Chris Frazier is standing over on the left of the screen, and over on the right it is Scott Taylor. Scott's set to go here, and our autograph fan here, boy, getting Scott Taylor's autograph, too. Yeah, okay. All right. One more autograph here, and that's... All right, let's go. Ring the bell. If I can make it ring. There we go. And we are underway with a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Chris Frazier against Scott Taylor. By the way, in the excitement with Jeff out here and signing autographs and all of that, I did mention Corey is taking the day off. Corey Macklin will be back with us next week here on USWA Wrestling. Meanwhile, we'll carry on here today. Chris Frazier, victim of a sore back all of a sudden, as Scott Taylor starts off the action. Looking mighty good here. T.D. Steele, the referee here today. Another hip toss by Scott Taylor. And Chris Frazier shoving him back very harshly, and Scott Taylor not taking kindly to it, as one might expect. Nice drop kick. Chris Frazier finds the mat one more time. Scott Taylor fires him into the rope. Big backdrops. He dumps him down to the mat, coming off there. Whoa, the elbow. And Chris Frazier goes down to the mat one more time. Scott Taylor looking good. Good balance. Great moves in the wrestling ring from young Scott Taylor. He snapped Frazier back. Remember, Frazier hit him with double fist across the chest there. He was unhappy about something. Scott Taylor has made him pay. Snap suplex. Good one. Frazier has got to be wondering why he even bothered to answer the alarm clock this morning. Scott Taylor up on the top rope. Chris Frazier more than halfway across the ring. He nails him down. He missed the hole he was going for, but he ended up knocking Frazier down, picks him up, and now he DDTs him in the middle of the ring. Count of 1, 2. This one is over. Give the victory to Scott Taylor as he defeats Chris Frazier
In the opening match here today, referee T.D. Steele there checking on Chris Frazier. He had a tough day. Well, it's Miss Simpson and Brian Christopher headed this way. Well, here she is, Miss Simpson.
Dave, you just keep your mouth shut and listen to this little lady right here.
Brian, could you do me a favor? Take care of that imbecile over there.
I don't know where you get all these freeloaders over here. Keep your mouth shut, okay?
Mrs. Texas, what have you come up with now? Monday you have the loser gets in the mud. Well, darling, let me tell you something right now. This nanny does not get in the mud. No, a gutter rat like you, that's a different story. You belong there. Obviously, you belong there. Just take a look at this. This is class. Take a look at this. This is class. What a big difference, lady. Let me tell you, if I ever get my hands on you, because I never lose. Brian, have we ever lost a match yet? Have we ever? No, we haven't. You can't do anything to win. So Monday, I'm going to take such pleasure in smashing your face and making you swallow up in that thick, gooey mud. I wouldn't give you an autograph.
Hey, I'm going to warn you, keep your stinking mouth shut, okay?
Mrs. Texas, shut up.
Dave. Have you ever in your life seen anyone so smart? Hey, you sit down, you understand me? The peons around here, sit down, okay? As I was saying, sit down. I want you to sit down right now. Sit down. Tell him to sit down. Sit down.
Maybe we could wait. Maybe we could wait.
Hey, sit him down. Greatest wrestler in the world. No, sit down. You understand me? Sit down. As I was saying before I was interrupted, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Lame brains around here. Stupidity. It runs wild, okay? And Jeff Jarrett, you're no exception. Did you hear? I'm warning you. You better sit your butt down.
Come on, Brian. Come on, let's just talk.
Like I was saying, when Jeff Jarrett came out here, did you hear the words that came out of his mouth? I quote, he said, "I am stupid." Oh, my God. If you don't sit down.
Just sign it. Just sign his autograph.
Now, hold on. Do what now? I'm the best? He said I'm the best. Hey, oh, what do you know? Somebody around here has some brains like me. Well, come here. All right. Man, I appreciate you. Right here. Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were so smart. This guy right here thinks I am the best wrestler in the world. Hey, who do you think is going to win this week between me and Jeff Jarrett? You. Me? He said me. You need an autograph? Gladly.
I'm going to put your picture right, no, put it right here, because I'm going to put your picture right here on top of it. It's right there.
He's going to put my picture at the top. You hear that?
Oh, this is great. This is the best thing in the world. I am so excited, man. Just to meet you is just an honor. Fantastic.
There you go. Thanks a lot. There you go.
I think that's enough autographs, guys. So
And you other idiots out here can take some notes, you understand? This man obviously has a little bit of brains. But somebody that's lacking in the brain department is poor old sissy boy Jeff Jarrett. I done tricked old Jeff Jarrett, boy, and you heard him when he came out here. He said, "I am stupid." Well, Jeff Jarrett, who can blame you for being so stupid, boy? You come from a long line of stupidity. It runs wild in your family. From your high-pockets grandfather, who's one of the stupidest men I've ever seen in my life, to your own father. I hear he's really stupid. And you know what, Jeff? You know what? I bet your own mother, I bet she's stupid too, isn't she? She has to be stupid, Dave, to have a stupid son like you, Jeff. Well, I'm going to tell you what, Jeff. You won't, Jeff? Well, I want him too. Jeff Jarrett, you done made the stupidest mistake in your life. You signed yourself in a hair match against me, boy, and I brought along a little piece of tape to show you what you're going to look like after this week is over with. Get that tape ready. I want to see that tape. This is what you're going to look like, Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett came up with